I started in 1952, if you can believe that. So that was 63 years ago. My principal responsibility is to act on registration-related petitions. So I'm like a judge. I was a member of the Air Force cadet program during World War II. There was nobody left at home to train upcoming young men for the Air Force. Women weren't allowed, of course, in those days. But I became a training officer for the recognition of enemy planes. I had to fudge a little bit about my age because they had a minimum age of 15, and I was only 14 when I started that. In the 50s, I was administrative officer of the law school, which I handled scholarships. We had almost no funds. We only had $3,000 a year. All kinds of them said that it was restricted to red-haired student from Nebraska who had served in the Navy in World War II. You know, things like that. They were so restricted that we never had any candidates that we could award them to. One day I got the notion, I wonder if there isn't a little wiggle room here. Do we have the original gift documents? Yes, we did. Every single one said, and if there is no such person as this, then the scholarship may be awarded at the discretion of the dean. So the law school's scholarship funds went from $3,000 a year to $80,000 a year. When my first husband died, I knew that I would have to make more money than I was being paid then, and I was going to have to raise these two boys alone. So I called up my friend in Sacramento, and I said, well, what's this Commission on the Status of Women? Its job is to do away with laws that discriminate against women. And I was its executive director for 7 years. The most important thing we did was to outlaw sex discrimination in employment. That was very tough. When that position was finished, I came back to USC, and there were several women who felt that USC was very discriminatory. We didn't have equal pay for equal work. We wanted to make a recommendation to the new president of the university for someone to be his top aide. And we were told that they couldn't consider a woman because women needed to go home at 5 o'clock and cook dinner for their husband. Now that's how much the world has changed. So they came and asked me if I would help to form a group that would promote opportunities for leadership of women at USC. This was in 1979. And we were successful in doing that. It makes me feel like I really accomplished something important in my life that has not only helped women, but women contribute enormously to this country. I feel like I've contributed a lot nationally and even internationally.